Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Morgan Zander. Now, everyone watching, I have a very sensitive question to ask. Do you or have you experienced sexual assault? Obviously, you don't have to say in the comments or anything, but it is a very prevalent issue in the United States. Well, I would like to tell you guys about a resolution that had been passed recently by the UN for survivors of sexual violence. First picture I would like to show you is this. Sorry, this is the only way I could figure out how to show you. But I don't know if you can see. The little sign here, it says, "What were you wearing?" Well, many people have been asked this question. It's a question that the police tend to ask victims of sexual assault or, R word. And statistically, according to RAINN, an organization that helps victims, over 400,000 people in the US alone experience sexual violence every single year. And that is only the United States. So, different organizations, including stuff like RAINN and another one called Rise Advocacy, have all been in cahoots to basically help advocate for a resolution. And the resolution was, in fact, given to the United Nations. It was given to their General Assembly, and it was passed unanimously in 2022. So, this year. And yeah, so passed by the General Assembly. And I don't know about you, but I had no idea about the United Nations and how they pass resolutions and such. So here's just a little glimpse of a rundown. So the General Assembly is made up of 193 member states. I'm sure you're asking, what is a member state? Well, basically, they're representatives of the countries that are in the organization. So just like a general elected persons to speak for the majority of the country. And there was decent, statistically, it was probable, I'm trying to think of how to say it. It was probable that the resolution might have been passed because the United Nations on their website actually states that roughly 80% of the General Assembly resolutions are adopted by consensus. That is, without taking a vote. End quote. So, you're probably like, what's a consensus? Well, consensus is basically, in other words, unanimously. Everyone is in consensus. So, everyone has heard, read the resolution, and agree to it. Now, they might agree to it, but even after it's passed, they don't have to uphold it in their country. If that makes any sense. Like, just because the United Nations passes a resolution doesn't mean any of the countries involved in the United Nations are legally legally required to uphold it and put in laws and such that coincide with the resolution. But yeah, so, and going back to the original picture, going back to the original picture, there's actually been quite a lot more exhibitions like the one I showed you before. The original one that was shown was actually installed in the United Nations headquarters in the United States, which is located in New York, New York. And here's a picture of what that looks like. All in all, though, it seems that people are happy. A lot of people say that it's a step forward in the right direction. And others say it's only the beginning of their battle. So I guess we'll see what happens next, really. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope it was very informative. Thank you.